Greetings, welcome back from the summer break. So, I have some goodies for you. First, if you turned in any of the rough drafts, you got credit for the rough draft. That's from the first mini draft we turned in to the last, to what was called the final draft on yesterday. I usually do this with this paper, let students turn in a final draft, and then I let them turn in one more. Because for this paper, final drafts usually suck. So you have another chance. Now, I gave you feedback on these drafts, one or the other. I gave you feedback on the latest one you submitted. So check them out, look at my comments, look at my markup, and fix it. I'm going to go over the most common comments that I put on your papers so that you know what to look out for. There were 2 or 3 of you who would have got A's on the paper if it was a final draft. Everyone else, you wouldn't have got an A. So I'm going to share with you the comment sheet that I'm using for this paper. And here it is right here. So very common in this paper was don't forget your header. And very common was don't forget your MLA formatting. Several of you didn't do MLA formatting at all. One of you did APA formatting, which is weird. Fix the formatting. There's a whole lesson on here in Blackboard about how to do MLA formatting. I put a sample MLA format paper that you can use. Just change your name and stuff, and you can actually use it. So make sure you're turning in an MLA formatted paper, or else you're just going to lose points. Name, instructor, course, date. This is a weird one because I had to put it on several of your papers. This is to be a 5-paragraph essay, no more, no less. If you're turning in something that's anything other than 5 paragraphs, you're not doing this paper. You did something else, and you're most likely going to fail the paper. I don't know what you're doing if you're turning in something that's not 5 paragraphs. And you don't either. So don't do that. Follow the essay guidelines. Let's see. Don't skip lines. Go to the very next line. Only time you'll kind of skip lines is if when you're going from your essay to the works cited page. If you're not indenting your paragraphs, you're probably one of the papers that didn't do enough MLA for me to make individual points on your MLA. If you messed up, if you had 3 things that were not MLA on your paper, I just put the general term, the general phrase, don't forget your MLA formatting. If you had MLA formatting and some small things were just missing, then I put individual comments on those things. Introduce your main points in your intro. That's essay structure. That's one of the first lessons in the course. Let's see. Your thesis statement should be a complete sentence that tells the main idea of your entire paper in a self-explanatory way. If I read your thesis by itself, if I just open up your paper and just read your thesis, that one sentence, I should know what your argument is and what your paper is about. When you give your thesis statement, don't put the opposition in there. Anytime you have a chance to state your argument, state your argument without any opposition or without putting any doubt in there. If you put doubt in there, you're just giving your opposition leeway to elbow themselves in to, infiltrate the minds of your audience. Your thesis statement, your reworded thesis, your topic sentence for the your opinion paragraph, all should be your argument in different words. Remember to use the should statement. You should tell us what happened, what should happen in your thesis, and it should be specific. It should not be abstract. It should be specific, something that's measurable, practical, witnessable. You should tell us that something should happen. When you do your topic sentences, the topic sentence is like the thesis statement for that paragraph. It shouldn't mention or talk about any other idea or anything from any other paragraph. When you write your thesis statement for your paper, you're not talking about ideas or arguments from other papers. So the topic sentence for your body paragraphs should not talk about ideas or things from other paragraphs. It's the thesis statement for that paragraph. Transition sentences. I should have taken out these retainers first. They should go at the end of your first body paragraph and at the end of your second body paragraph. Don't let your topic sentence be a transition sentence. It shouldn't be, because that's you talking about something from another paragraph. Use a transition sentence at the end of the previous paragraph to transition to the current paragraph. I put this comment on and this comment on a lot of your papers. Use quotation sandwich format. There's a specific format for it. It's in the lesson. Or include a quotation sandwich in this paragraph. If you just put a quote or you didn't put a quote, whatever you did, if it's not a quotation sandwich in that body paragraph, then I put this comment there. Remember that your quotation sandwiches are in 3 parts. There's 3 parts to it. The first bread, the meat, and the second bread. And the meat has that specific setup. Don't lose points. And I think the most common comment down here is to create a dedicated conclusion paragraph with the elements of a conclusion, a reworded thesis, main points, and a clincher. That's essay structure, one of our first lessons. All right, so in this week's lessons, we have formatting titles. And formatting titles just means there's a certain way to write a title or to format a title when you type it into your paper. There are short work titles, there are long work titles, and there are titles that are unformatted. These are usually government documents, but in short, the short work titles go in quotes, the long work titles go in italics. That goes for when you're writing in your essay, and it goes for your works cited page too. I'll go over this lesson here, and you'll get the details for it. The citations and works cited, this is information that you would get in the library research workshop, but if you haven't taken it yet, you're going to get a 0 for that quiz thing. So sign up for it and take it before it's too late. If you have taken it, the works cited page and the citations, easy peasy to you. Those those of you who would have got an A on the paper, it looks like you know what to do. The librarian showed you and you did it. If you do it with the librarian, they make it easy for you. Galileo makes it easy for you because you're just copying and pasting the works cited entry onto your works cited page. So check this out. This lesson tells you the relationship between your citation and the works cited entry. Spelling list 6. Check out the words. Take the quiz by Sunday. Let's see if there's anything else to tell you about. All right, so make the corrections on your paper, submit it by Sunday. For those of you who did well on your drafts, corrections are all you need to do. For those of you who, I don't know what you did on your drafts, and you don't either, you have an essay to complete. So do that by Sunday. And if you have questions about any of the comments that I put on your paper, send me an email or come to one of the office hours. And also, if you go to one of the writing tutors on campus or online, it'll be 5 points extra credit. Just ask them to send me an email to let me know that you had a session with them. All right, I'll update the extra credit folder with a new extra credit this week. Check it out when you can. All right, later.